This is a training film showing a forest smoke chaser in action on a small fire. The smoke chaser, John, and his family, Josephine and little Joan, live on Brundage Lookout. Joan makes friends with her wild neighbors of the forest. There are few visitors on the lookout. Josephine helps on the lookout, and when John is gone, takes over his lookout duties. John works for the Southern Idaho Timber Protective Association, a cooperative private, state, and federal forest protection unit. He is looking for fires in the forest he protects. Trees as far as the eye can see. Trees that furnish lumber for our homes and industries. Trees that protect the water supply for our cities and farms. Trees which provide a home for game and wildlife. Trees that must be protected from fire. John's guarding an empire of trees. There, in the distance, a tiny smoke. In the center, it's hard to see. Little smokes can be confused with other light objects. John studies it carefully to be sure it is a smoke before reporting. If reached quickly, small fires like this can be controlled by one man. He travels this by car, this by trail, and this cross-country. Here is the last water. A copy of the report and field map will help in search for the fire. Backpack is ready, complete with rations, water bag, and the tools he'll need. By being always ready, he can meet the standard getaway time of 5 minutes. Josephine will be the eyes that watch over the forest while he is gone. She'll report any other fires and keep the dispatcher posted in case John's fire gets out of hand. The first 8 miles are by car. The rest must be done the hard way. He climbs into his pack and takes to the trail. He'll fill his water bag when he gets to the creek. He makes good time on the 3 miles of trail. Let's see. This must be about the place to hit the brush. The next 2 miles will seem like 20. He fights the brush. Watch out, John. A sprained ankle here and the chances of doing your job are shot. It's hot and dry as a bone. A fire in this fuel with the wind would really ramble. He's made the top, where he can check his position and the location of the fire. He sees landmarks spotted from the lookout. She's downhill from here. There it is. Good woodmanship pays off. The fire is burning in heavy fuel, spreading uphill. The gulch below is a jungle of logs and brush. A dead tree is afire and throwing sparks. Oh, brother, a lightning-struck snag. Fire clear to the top. John starts around the fire to size it up and plan his attack. This is the first of 4 progressive steps he will take. 1, scouting. That's what he's doing now. 2, hot-spotting dangerous leads. 3, building a permanent control line. And 4, mop-up and putting out all fire. She's really going to town. This hot spot must be stopped right now. There. A few shovels of dirt now slows down John's scouting, but may save a real bust. A steep slope, rolling hot stuff. A jungle below. The answer, a good deep V trench with plenty of bank on the lower side. Notice the firm grip on those tools. And here's old Heartbreaker again, throwing sparks all over the hill. She's got to come down. What a mess. Trees thick as the hair on a dog's back. A dangerous spot for a blow-up. This will be a hot job. Easy stuff. Not going fast. Plenty of time to take care of this. This tough stump will need cooling down. More hard work. It's plenty fat, lots of pitch. Scouting done, John places his pack in a safe opening where it won't burn up. A modern touch. The orange cross shows smoke jumpers no help is needed. Now for the second step, hot spotting. John takes his tools and water and hits the worst leads he saw while scouting. A spreading fire about to get into some windfall is cooled with dirt. A quick trench is thrown along the hot edge. This trench is down to mineral soil. and about 1 shovel wide, good enough for light fuel. It did the job. The dog hair thicket is starting to crown. John got back just in time. This pile of chunks has got to be cooled down and torn apart. That snag is too hot to cut down now. Dirt will cool it so he can drop it later. Now to stop that roll, make that V-trench deep. Cut off those roots so fire can't creep across. Build a good high outer bank so chunks won't bounce across. Use good clean soil. Keep the bank free from punk and rotten wood. His trench is catching the roll. It's plenty good enough. There's a husky log that'll roll down in those trees. That's the stuff, John. Pull it around. Now it won't roll. Remember, John figured to cool down the old stump. He still hopes they won't have to dig him out. There's a lot of fire here, but still on the surface. That's right. Trim up this stuff inside and get the limbs out of the fire. Keep the fire on the ground. For the present, hot spotting is done. Rapid spreading leads are stopped. Now for step 3, building a permanent line. John is slashing a clearing through the thicket. The fire edge is mighty hot, so he doesn't work too close. He'll need some time to finish his line. He gets rid of fuel by throwing it out as he cuts. John figures the fire will stay on the ground and not jump his clearing. He is smart to locate his trench on the outer edge of the cleared line to take full advantage of the opening and get away from heavy fuels. She's burning clean, a nice quiet ground fire. Old Heartbreaker has cooled down a lot. He can cut it down now. John uses his Pulaski as a plumb bob to see how she leans. The hard hat came out of his pack. He wears it to keep from getting conked. John's mighty interested in his own safety. He clears a good getaway. A wide bed is swamped for the snag to fall in. It's burning up high, and he doesn't want a lot more ground fire. 3 foot through, sound as $1. 100 feet high, plenty of limbs, a real widowmaker. The undercut is started, so it and the back cut will be at the easiest height for chopping. The undercut faces the direction of fall. He keeps the bottom of the undercut level. The sides are not cut ahead of the center, for this would allow the tree to twist or fall sideways. He is careful to clean out the notch into a sharp V for a clean, straight break. John starts his back cut a little above the undercut to prevent the snag from splitting or kicking back. He checks his corners to see that they're not cut ahead of the center. Timber! Down she goes. A tough job. He still isn't through with his snag. The fire must come out of the burning trunk. What's this? A spot outside his line. These small spots are easy to miss. That's why John gridirons the area where sparks might land. He knows if he mixes half and half with dirt, the fire will go out. This shoestring trench stopped the spread. It's now widened for safety. More line work. The fire is pretty well stopped. Let's take 5. Bring on the grub. The last step of his job comes next. Nothing left now but dirty mop-up. Lots of it. Chipping, scraping, mixing. Way down underneath those big logs. That's where they're still hot. And don't forget the old stump. Even if he is inside the line, the cooling down paid off. Let's chop those embers into a pit. Here's different trouble. Fire deep in the roots of this punky stump. It's got to come out, every last bit of it. All those chunks, all that punk, all those roots. Is this that hot stump? Was there ever a fire here? Cool, even back in those root holes. Nothing has been buried. It's been a tough day, John, but more of the same tomorrow. Slip on the coat. Pull up the pack cover and get some rest. Not much excitement in mop-up, just plenty of hard work. John's been at it since daybreak. Here's a log that comes out of its hot bed into a cool pit, the hot side up. Now he can get at it. Look at that fire, still a long ways from out. Dirt in the cracks, chopped in and mixed with the embers, will put it out. This log would burn for days if left alone, and be dangerous in a wind. Some good hard work will put it out. Chipping, chopping, and mixing. This is repeated over and over in mopping up a fire. It's a sure way to put a fire out. The bare hand test proves whether or not the fire is out. Where there's heat, there's fire. The cold ones go into the boneyard where they can be watched. The hot ones get the dirt treatment. The third day, John still feels, checks, and digs. Still a working job, not a watching job. Every part of the fire is checked to see that it's out. One more look at his old friend, the stump. He's surely cold now, but a check won't hurt. This spot fire might be hot yet. No, it's okay. The final going over. 24 hours since the last smoke. And so, the fire is out. A little one kept little. A fire well scouted, hot spotted, held and mopped up.